We didn't want taps in the house. Don't use gas cylinder in this house. We don't use petrol.
An abundance of energy that falls on the house in the form of heat, light, water. We just have to become part of that web of life.
Reva and Ranjan Malik are residents of the ever-expanding city of Bengaluru. Their lives were not different from other city dwellers, but today they are proof that a sustainable, eco-friendly lifestyle is possible even in a city like Bengaluru. This is the house that Reva and Ranjan Malik built from scratch. Technically known as a rammed earth mud house, the structure includes sustainable and eco-friendly elements.
So yeah, many people ask us this thing that, what made us come here. I was fortunate to grow up in the hills. I think I have learned a lot from the mountains, if I can say that right now. A lot inspired by the rural part of our country. Inspiration from people who live in simple manner, who live very simple lives, minimal not much in the house. I think taking inspiration from there, we felt that we also want to live like this.
Before the couple made the move to Bengaluru, they lived in Delhi and enjoyed the convenience that came with the lifestyle. But there was an inexplicable itch for change.
Looking at the culture around at that time, Delhi and North India, some way we felt we were missing something, something more culturally rooted we wanted. And having grown up in many places, because my father had a transferable job, so we would also every 3 years move to different places. There was this need also to just grow roots somewhere. And I think Bangalore was the place that finally got chosen. We came to Bangalore to see whether this is where we want to settle down. We just fell in love with Bangalore.
Somewhere as we came to Bangalore, something kind of connected at a deeper level. I think we resonated with the cultural environment here, the place, the weather, everything.
The couple bought 3,000 square feet land on the outskirts of Bengaluru. Until 2018, the land was used for organic farming.
As our daughter was growing up, lives were too full of stuff, too full of things, and as if life was a journey where you keep accumulating stuff, a TV, a bigger TV, a car, a bigger car, this and that. So somewhere we felt that, at least for a child, if things are the most important things in the child's life, then humans around become kind of lesser things. So we said, let's just walk into a zero space that didn't have all that. In fact, I call it the minimum viable home, which actually isn't complete. It's that minimum habitable system that you walk into, and then you organize your life in it. And as you organize your life, you pick some things, you drop some things, you modify some things, and you kind of grow a home around yourself.
When it was time to start construction, Grama Vidya, an organization which promotes alternative and energy efficient technologies, came to help them. The couple chose stabilized rammed earth technology to build their house. Raw soil from the same land is used in this construction technique. The soil is mixed with different materials like gravel, sand, and clay. A small amount of cement is also added to this mixture. This 5 or 10% cement acts as a stabilizer. It can increase the strength and durability of the structure. The mixture is rammed inside a frame till it gets compressed. It is then sun-dried. The process is repeated till the intended height is achieved. The entire process took them little over 8 months.
Mud structures are alive. They are living, breathing systems. Whereas concrete structures, they just they close the house actually. Mud structures allow this whole living ecosystem to thrive. It's not only us, mud is also there along with us in the house. And this whole, the characteristics of mud, which keeps the house cool in the summer and warm in the winter inside, we felt, so Ranjan and I both felt that, decided that it will have to be a mud structure.
Apart from the mud, the Maliks used sustainable materials for the rest of the construction in the house as well. Mangalore mud tiles were used for the roof. Terracotta tiles were used for the flooring. Both can further cool down the house during summers. Discarded wood from packaging was used to build stairs and other furniture. The 770 square single roof rammed earth home sits on a mud concrete trench foundation. It is a single space divided into a kitchen, living room, and a mezzanine which has a study and a bedroom. The total cost of construction was around 25 lakhs.
When we were planning for the house, we both, Ranjan and I, were very sure that we wanted to do away with certain conveniences that we were, getting used to. One of them was electricity. So having no electricity, electricity not being available to us with the switch of a button, I think that convenience we wanted to do away with. We didn't want taps in the house, because in a scenario where we weren't sure how much water we are wasting and what is our consumption, we felt that if for each consumption of water that we draw water actually helps us gauge how much we are using. Then we also wanted to do away with fossil fuels. In terms of our gas cylinder, we don't use gas cylinder in this house, we don't use petrol. We also avoid as much as possible using groundwater. So for our daily chores we use rainwater. When we are out of rainwater for drinking purposes, we have an atmospheric water generator, which we pull water from the humidity. It gives us water for usage. Somewhere we felt that nature gives us water in the form of rain, which is so clean and so pure, and we use it and we throw the dirty water away. We felt that we need to give back water in the form that it's clean, in which nature can accept it back. So we wanted to create a grey water system where the dirty water comes back to this land only.
This grey water system has around 25 odd liters of water. What happens is when the water goes through the root system of Typha and Kenna, so there are bacteria, microbes that live on the root, in the root zone, also on the surface of gravel. And when the water goes through this, all those nutrients, whether proteins, carbohydrates, fats, they break down. And as the water progressively goes through this, we let the water stay here for a few hours so that it kind of gets purified. Then we let the water out into this reservoir. And we realized that there were mosquitoes that were kind of growing in this water. So we put guppy fish into it. And now guppy fish ensures that there are no mosquitoes. And it also tells us that the water is clean, the way nature wants it. And this water we use for our plants.
The couple follows a lifestyle based on circadian rhythm. The lifestyle is influenced by light, which defines the sleep cycle.
So we kind of we wake up a little before the sunrise, and we start winding down a little after sunset, and we are becoming very aware of these cycles. And we are also becoming aware of the fact that in a small little house like this, there's a bounty and abundance of energy that falls on the house in the form of heat, light, water, biological matter. We don't have to connect it, they're all connected. We just have to become part of that web of life. Is it difficult to live like this? Actually, after having moved here, we feel it's easier done than said. If you haven't done it, it seems radical and difficult, but if you do it, in hindsight, it just seems normal and natural, and that's because you connect with your humanness, and it's more natural than that living.